Yo, what's going on, boys? Shane from Rock About Sound, and in this video, we're going to be recreating a deep house wubby bass, and this is what it sounds like. So, really nice sound here. If you guys like that sound, make sure you guys go ahead and smash that like button, as well as click that subscribe button if you're new here, because we got weekly tutorials, and you're missing out. Anyways, guys, our pack that we launched last week, Elevated Bass for Serum, unfortunately, at the end of today, the bonuses are no longer going to be available. I did not want people that procrastinate to own this pack, so I only put it up for 1 week. So yeah, guys, if you even considered buying it, you need to grab it today, before 12 o'clock at night Eastern time, or else, unfortunately, you're going to be missing out on those 2 bonus packs that are included for 100% free. Okay, guys, I'll have a link for that at the top of the description, but without further ado, let's jump into this sound. Now, this sound, I was actually inspired by Synth Hacker, a few of his techniques, as in the effects and the distortion, which we'll get into later, but really here, really simple sound design, okay, really simple. We're going to go ahead and turn on our analog BD sine, just a standard sine waveform. We could also just go into basic shapes and select the sine. But it doesn't matter, whatever you guys choose. Anyways, we're gonna leave this wavetable position at 1 because that's how it is. It's just a standard sine here. And first things first, we're going to turn on sync. Okay, so as we begin to turn up the sync, we receive more copies of the waveform in this little window here. So more cycles are repeating at more copies of this waveform are cycling through at a faster time, which is creating a higher pitch. And now we're just going to simply turn the octave down to -2, and we are also just going to boost this level up, let's say 91%. Okay, so into oscillator B, we're just going to leave it on the default saw waveform here. And that's going to be the harmonics of this bass right here, as you can hear. And now what we're going to be doing here is we're just going to turn up the unison up 8. So we have 8 copies of this waveform all playing at the same exact time. And we're going to turn down this detune all the way, so we don't get that fuzziness when they're all just starting to spread apart. Alright, so anyways, we're going to begin to get into our modulation here. This is the first thing that we're going to modulate, and it's the level of oscillator B. Now, oscillator B, it's crucial to this sound, but we don't want it to have too big of an impact, which is why it's going to follow the same shape as the rest of our waveform. So we're just going to create this little ramp here, put it on 1/4, and we'll put it on envelope. That way, once we hit it, it's just going to be a one shot. It does not repeat. We could even turn up the release here, so it follows a little bit with that. So into the filter here, you guys, if you heard like the demo with the sound at the beginning, I was kind of playing around. All I did here was I turned on oscillator A and I turned it off because it does really change the sound quite a bit. So it's whatever you choose, whatever your preferences are. So anyways, we turned on for oscillator A and oscillator B for the tutorial sake. We can go back and turn that off later, but just shaping the sound, we'll leave it on. We're just going to modulate the cutoff from around 911 hertz up to about, 1,100, I think. And we are also going to boost this resonance. Alright, so not sounding too good right now, but stick with me. I promise you we got a lot of things that will really shape the sound. And what I mean by that is we're going to turn on the distortion. Now this is where Synth Hacker, my boy, comes in here. This is actually learned this technique from him. We're going to be turning on the sine fold. Now this is a sine shaper or wave shaper distortion here, and essentially what we're going to do is we're going to turn up the drive to about 13-14%, not too much here. And now you start to hear that really, it sounds clacky, I guess. I don't know if that's a word, but that's really what's starting what word I would use to describe it. And it's what you really hear in that genre of music. Next, we're going to turn on our compressor, and we are just going to move it up so it's directly under the multiband. It could be anywhere, but you know, we're going to turn on other effects. Now we are going to, or under the distortion, not the multiband. We are going to turn up the multiband. And now you're probably like, oh my gosh, Shane, that makes it sound disgusting. But what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be changing one of the individual bands here, and this is the high band. This is, you know, the higher frequencies, and we're going to just put this down to 0 so we are not boosting those. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Next, we're going to turn on our hyper since it is directly under the compressor. Perfect. We're just going to turn the mix down to about 36%, somewhere around here. And then the dimension, you guys already know the deal. Low size, high mix. All right, so now we are going to turn on another low pass filter, I know. And we're going to turn this cut off. Here, actually, if I play the sound, it does sound like it has way too much high end, and the basses in this genre do not have that much. It's more of just like a plucky with a obscene amount of sub on it. So what we're going to be doing here is, yeah, we're going back, throwing on another low pass just to shape it further, and yeah, we're going to modulate this from about the 74 hertz to about I'd say that's what, 1,200. Oh wow, 2,000. Okay. And that's all we need to do for the filter there. Now what we can do is we're going to turn on our EQ, because if we play the sound, we are kind of missing out on the middle range frequencies that we do here a lot. And so what we're going to be doing here is we're going to turn on our peak slope here, and we're going to gain it to about, yeah, I'd say 7.5 decibels, and we're going to really turn this Q factor down till it's about 38%, so 40%. And that's all we're going to do for that. Oh yeah, guys, we can also gain this because the sound is really quiet. And finally, we can turn on our reverb, which is down here. And I turn down the size and turn on the decay. And what I did with the variation, once again, guys, turn off oscillator A. And that's all it took to make this bass. I know it's a really cool sound here, and if you guys like that, make sure you guys go ahead and click that subscribe button and click that like button and snag our pack. At least check it out, guys, because there is a 60-day money back refund if you don't like it, which that's just to show you how much I'm certain that you will like it. But I'm Shane from Rock Sound, and I will catch you guys in the next video.